When you picture the very first dinosaurs, you likely imagine a monster, a towering apex predator, shaking the earth with every footstep. But if we rewind the clock 240 million years to the Middle Triassic, the reality is much smaller. The first dinosaurs were dog-sized reptiles, shivering in the ferns. At this time, the Earth's landmass was locked into a single supercontinent called Pangaea. Most of the interior was a scorched, rainless desert, while life clung to the humid river valleys along the coasts. In this environment, dinosaurs were the underdogs. They were actively hunted by Rauisuchians, heavily armored crocodile relatives that grew 25 feet long and walked on 4 massive pillar-like legs. If these animals began as 20-pound, fragile snacks at the bottom of the food chain, it raises a specific question. What evolutionary traits allowed them to eventually outcompete the giants of their age? There is a common assumption that early dinosaurs survived because they were all strict, sharp-toothed meat-eaters. Fossil evidence found here, in the rugged badlands of modern Argentina and the river valleys of Tanzania, suggests their survival strategy was far more flexible. This Eoraptor skull shows a contradictory mix of teeth. The front teeth are broad and leaf-shaped, functioning like shears to snip tough plants, but the back teeth are curved and serrated, built for slicing through the meat of small lizards and insects. This dietary flexibility meant that while other predators starved when prey was scarce, early dinosaurs could thrive on whatever the Triassic environment offered. We often assume early dinosaurs relied on massive bulk and brute strength to stay alive, but their early history was defined by being lightweight. Species like Dinosaurs and Saturnalia were fragile runners, often weighing less than a beagle or a golden retriever. This split screen compares bone tissue at a microscopic level. On the left, typical cold-blooded reptiles have neat, slow-growing layers. On the right, dinosaur bone is chaotic and packed with blood vessels, proving they had a high metabolism and grew at an accelerated rate. This high energy fueled their primary defense, bipedal speed. By standing upright, they could sprint away from the slow, four-legged predators of the Triassic swamps. While these animals were small, they were highly specialized. Scientists have identified Saturnalia, this 20-pound runner, as an early member of the sauropodomorph group. It is an incredible biological link. It means earth-shaking giants like the 100-foot Brachiosaurus were built directly from the genetic blueprints of these tiny, paranoid runners. Over the next 10 million years, as the late Triassic landscape shifted, dinosaurs began to move into larger niches, growing in size and testing out new biological weaponry. This shift produced Herrerasaurus, the first dinosaur to become a true apex predator. It reached 20 feet in length and weighed as much as a modern grizzly bear. By examining this nearly complete fossilized skull, paleontologists discovered how dinosaurs finally began to challenge the massive crocodilians of their era. The blueprint of this skull reveals a specialized, double-hinged lower jaw with a joint situated right in the middle of the bone. This middle joint allowed the jaw to flex and warp around struggling prey, ensuring a vice-like grip that made escape almost impossible. This level of biomechanical engineering allowed dinosaurs to transition from prey to hunters, rapidly evolving the tools necessary to claim total dominance over the planet. The Triassic acted as an evolutionary crucible, a hostile testing ground where dinosaurs developed their most critical traits, while living in the shadows of larger predators. While the dinosaurs were forced to adapt, the giant crocodile relatives at the top of the food chain remained slow and ecologically stagnant. When a mass extinction event eventually removed those top-tier predators, the fast-growing, adaptable dinosaurs were already equipped to step into the power vacuum. The evidence of this underdog story remains preserved in modern institutions, where these bones continue to reshape our understanding of biological success. The fossil record shows that the dominance of the dinosaurs was built on the traits of these small, fast, and fiercely adaptable survivors.